Hello everyone. Just a few seconds to start the webinar to attendee to be here with us.
Will we know how many people are attending, etc.?
We've got 6. I think it's going live on Facebook and.
So Colin, we are live now. So we'll start now the event.
Okay. Wow. I hope I can live up to that video. So good. I guess it's late. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Well, 2020, what can I say? What a year that was. A year of fundamental changes to businesses, short and medium-term strategies, and a change to people's mindsets, I think, was one of the key factors. And I think we all had to recalibrate our work and life priorities. Every manager and company has its share, it's fair to say, had its share of challenging times through 2020, but I think we all kept a smile on our face most of the time. But I think it's really down to the enduring resilience and really finding new ways and creative ways of, let's say, coping with, can I say, the interesting time of 2020, which is still with us as we still navigate our way through COVID-19. We've talked about in the past COVID winners. We've talked about COVID losers in terms of certain industries like hospitality, etc., which has really struggled through this COVID pandemic. We also talked about COVID adapters, and I think we'll hear some great examples of this on our leaders debate coming up very shortly, and of course with the award ceremony straight to that. So I think it helps us all to keep very, very optimistic for the future, but to continue to readjust. So let's just dive straight in. We have a rather, let's say, a prestigious panel of experts today to share their leadership stories of 2020. It may turn into a therapy session with one or two, we never know, but they're going to share their stories. But more importantly as well is really the vision for 2021, as I said, as we sort of continue on this journey. So I'm delighted to introduce, in no particular order, Vivek Bakshi, the General Manager, International Operations Europe at Vipro. Vivek, hi, my friend. Marianne, aka Mike Popper, I should say currently Managing Director and Head of DB Global Technology, but I guess Mike will touch on that a little bit later. Mihai Boldijar, the General Manager of Robert Bosch Romania, and Robert Bosch EOOD, and Mihai, you'll have to tell me what that means afterwards, Bulgaria. We have Corneliu Boder, the CEO of Adram Invest and President of Romania Energy Center, and finally Andrei Chonga, the CEO of Impetum, I think that's correct, Group, and myself, Colin Lovering. So I'm delighted to be here, and again, thank you to Morella and the team for putting on this event. Over the next hour, we're going to cover basically 4 themes. We're going to talk a little bit about leadership and business resilience. So it'll be interesting to hear from our panel of experts how they've managed 2020 and what is their vision and strategy going forward. we're going to talk about mindsets, you know, the must-have empowering mindsets for 2021. Making the most, you know, staying in the optimistic mode, making the most of what we hope is a one-off experience that we're in the middle of here, but we never know in life, I guess. But really, sort of the you know, how we've actually adapted and maybe succeeded through that, and then really sort of talking about moving this forward in 2000 and hopefully getting some good advice from the panel. So Vivek, I started off with you on the introductions. I'll come to you first, if I may, and really sort of talk about, you know, leadership and business resilience. And I know for you, we have a very, you know, a large number of employees, and you've been sort of adapting as you've been going along, waiting for the news to come along. And it's really about how CEOs and managers of large companies are addressing aspects related to leadership and business resilience through 2020. But as I said, we're still in the midst of this, really sort of going forward. So for you, Vivek, you know, how was, very briefly, how has 2020 been for you personally as a leader, as a learning experience? And has it changed in terms of your strategy going forward? Are you staying with the same service product portfolio? Are you looking at different portfolios, different markets, or having dramatic shifts? Or is it business as usual? And I'm going to pose that question to a couple of the other panelists as well. But Vivek, to you first.
I should get a pen and paper. I think that was 10 questions.
The questions are always 5 minutes long. I apologize.
Yeah. So let me see if I can answer all of them, if I remember all of them. 2020 for us, like pretty much everywhere else, everyone else, was a challenging year. But it also was a year which has taught us a lot, both as a company and as a leadership team, locally and globally. I mean, it's not. So one of the things we learned, and we were already in the middle of a transformation journey. As a company, we were undergoing a transformation anyway. This kind of played right into that. So give you an example. We started the year with our chairman defining 5 habits all of us needed to incorporate into our daily routine, and he chose to do this himself across the globe personally, to address every level of leadership. And we had just started the journey when the pandemic hit, so we had to kind of react quickly. But part of the habits is be responsive, right? So I mean, just taking some of that.
Yeah.
So one of the lessons that we learned was that we need to build a culture, a business culture, which with agility incorporated, right, in it. Like everyone else, we had to turn things around, protect the business, but before that, protect employees. And especially in our business, one of the things which became important was that trust becomes key to the business. Trust in your employees, trust in your employees to do the right thing, but the employees having trust in the business or in the employer. So trust became key, and relationships to clarity. So we had to protect the business. We had to turn around. So if I was to say one lesson which I learned in 2020 is how agile can you make this business, and how quickly can you turn things around? I mean, playing right into that. Into that. And the third thing I would say is innovation. How quickly can you innovate? And I'd link that back to agility. We were able to relatively turn things around quickly and get first protect our employees and then keep business protected. We could not protect I mean, our customers were not as fast. So if the customers get impacted, we get impacted. Yeah. But business carried on. I mean, the first couple of months were challenging. It's still a challenge, but we've adapted now. And in fact, we won, as you're aware, I mean, recently, we won a very large deal recently in the middle of the pandemic. So business carried on and didn't stop. The pandemic or no pandemic, it didn't stop. In fact, we grew, and we continue to do that. So innovation, agility, or creating a culture of agility, and having trust is the three things I would say. Did I answer all, or did I miss something? I didn't.
And just very quickly, in terms of your I guess because you made a business decision within the company as well. But in terms of the basic approach to the market for vPro, did that change much? Were you forced into certain changes, or was that adapting kind of took you on like a river, took you on a natural path?
So we were forced like everyone else. And yeah, I remember one more part of the question. Will things be the same? So we had to forcibly adapt. But like I said, we were already transforming as a company. So this kind of hastened the process. And especially in areas of risk, people who were sitting on the fence now really had no choice, right? So were swept along, and we had no choice but to adapt.
Okay.
So now this is now defining newer ways of working, and it will define how we go forward, and it will change everything. It will change not just our industry, but associated industries as well. So it is creating already newer ways of working, and it will impact everything. How we go to office, how we interact with our colleagues, how we talk to customers. It's just impacting the whole aspect.
It's interesting you touch on that. If I may, I've just come to Mike on this. Mike, Vivek mentioned a couple of things there about trust and responsiveness. But also talked about your business. I think a lot, going back 4 or 5 months, we were kind of waiting for this moment of everything's okay, guys. We can go back to as we were. And I think what Vivek is touching on there, Mike, is that we know we're past that stage. We know it's not going to be the same again, but we're actually changing. What's been your experience in terms of 2020 and when 2021 comes on? I want to touch on what Vivek said as well about responsiveness as well. Is that been a challenge, Mike, in terms of the communication? Because when we're at the office, are we a little bit more agile and focused? When is it a little less focused? Is that been a challenge? Another 20 questions for you, Mike.
Yes, another 20 questions. Life is a challenge in itself. I mean, you have a challenge sometimes when you have to cross the street and you're not very sure that you will make it on the other side. So challenges we have nonstop. And I think that a full trust and respect to our employees, we should have nonstop, not just wait for a virus to come along and remind us that this is very important. For us, 2020 was not at all a bad year. It was not even a challenging year, and I do not want to sound nosy. It was an unusual year. It was an unusual year because at the end, looking backward, we learned a lot. I mean, from the business point of view, I can say that since 2014, since I joined 3B Global Technology, I think it was the best year from all point of view. I'm speaking economically. From the people's point of view, it was a very good year for introspections and to try to enjoy again simple things, which for a maybe too long time we have taken for granted. And now people are yearning for things like just meeting each other, having a beer together, walking in the park and so on. And are not anymore that phantasmagoric. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, but you should also appreciate the fact that, I don't know, you have running water, simple things like this, which nobody thinks about it. It was also the foundation for a very good year because based on the work we managed to do, working from the 10th of March, 100% from home, about 1,000 employees, we laid the foundation for an extremely steep growth in 2021, when DB Global Technology is going to grow exponentially without exaggeration. So from all point of view, I just can say that it was a very good learning year. in which we had to adapt to a lot of situations. But what I think was also very important, and it helped us to relatively go smooth into this, is that already starting with 2015, we had a very solid business continuity plan. And what I've seen speaking with quite a lot of colleagues, I was surprised that quite a substantial number of companies had no or a very light business continuity plan. Of course, we didn't prepare for a virus because we had no idea that the virus was coming. We prepared for the fact that we might have an earthquake, or that electricity is going to be shut down for a week because a transformer blows up in Pipera, whatever. And we put this plan together and also procured the necessary infrastructure. And in 2018 and 2019, we also trained for it, which means that about 2 or 3 days a year, we all have been sent home just to see if the system functions. I think for the future, this is one of the most important message which has to be given to everybody, to build up a business continuity plan. I know it is an expense. I know it puts a pressure on the budget. I know that our headquarters are telling us 9.5 times cut cost and 0.5 times bravo, but this is life and we have to live with it because it is a very good investment which saves us for future disasters.
Yeah, interesting and great advice there in terms of that. I guess we're talking about, you know, having hindsight is a wonderful thing, and we can all have hindsight. But I guess you're saying having foresight going forward. Mihai, let me come to you, my friend, because I guess you're in an industry where we can have control on the controllables, but the uncontrollables can sometimes be the market that we're in. You're in a very diverse market. I guess the Bosch Group is in a very diverse market. How has it been for you in terms of 2020 and keeping the wheels oiled and keeping things going, but continue to grow and having some of that continuity plans in place that Mike is touching on?
Well, first of all, a very welcome to all participants, and a very nice afternoon, and thanks the Diplomat for this kind invitation and interesting topic we are discussing and hearing here. So we have been navigating, or I would better say we were like in a roller coaster. So we had the feelings that these up and downs, which we have experienced in 2020, was something that probably no one from us could even imagine that it could happen. And but at the end of the day, we have managed to navigate smoothly. And 2020 was actually quite a good year. So it was much better than we have predicted in the first months of the shutdown, February, March, April. So we had actually a ramp up towards mid of the year in all divisions, and especially here in the region, Romania and Bulgaria. And by the way, EOD means limited. So it's a limited company as SRL, and yeah, just answering your question, we have managed actually to have a very good result thanks to the engagement of the employee and our associates. A very good result in all divisions. Of course, it's a very, very competitive, high competitive market. A lot of new things were coming up. A lot of new things were changing. We also looked very carefully in our business continuity plan. We did actually, we changed a lot in this business continuity management plan because we were forced to do it. But I think by unleashing the potential of the employees, of our associates, by giving them trust, by increasing the confidence of the people in us, and by learning to communicate and cooperate in a totally different way, we have, as I said, at the end of the day, we have enjoyed a good result. So all in all, it's about the people, it's about the face, it's about again, increasing the trust and the confidence in each other. So you can't actually navigate such a rough sea, just you as a leader, as a captain. You have to have the whole team behind you, the whole crew, and they have to be as one. And if this is actually understood, and I hope that we could actually make this understandable for all our more than 8,000 associates here in the region, we will have a very good base for 2021, by the way. So we are looking quite confidently into the 2021, which, by the way, starts notable. And we think we will actually do good again.
Cool. So people are not just waiting around for Santa Claus to arrive in terms of the COVID solution. You're just getting on with things. Cornelio, if I could come to you, I'm really sort of touching on what Mihai is saying now. I've heard the word trust mentioned 2 or 3 times already while we started this debate, and I think that's a key one. And Mihai talked about installing confidence and the communication, which I know is a very powerful message that Mihai is always sending out to us. Cornelia, in terms of companies' strategy and things, are you noticing that when I came to Romania, it's nearly 13 years ago now, but when I came to Romania 13 years ago, kind of the manager was the manager, the boss was the boss, and everybody else was all, if I can say this, was kind of subservient to that manager. Fast forward through COVID, I talked about trust, communication. Mike and Vivek talked about it as well. Has companies' strategy, I guess you could call it, has it changed? Are we listening to our people much more? And is that a good thing? Is that something that should be embracing? And what is your experience? I think there was only 3 questions there.
Yes, thank you very much. So first of all, the word that we all already heard, and this is trust. It's also on my lips now, because I believe that in order to have a good mindset for going through all this, challenge. Because I must say that for me and for my company, 2020, that was a challenging year. Although it was a very good year at the end, but still a challenging year. And I would say that trust, and I would say that trust from the point of view of trusting in your strength, in your capabilities. That was one of the key. One of the key mindsets that was, somehow helping me and my company to go through. And the other one is commitment for values. And if I'm going to build more on this commitment on the values, is that this year gave us the chance, I would say, to really come back to our values. I'm pretty sure that all of us here, we have in our companies a set of values that we promote. We can find it on our websites everywhere. So that was a year where I personally had to go back and read the values of the companies, the values that we believe in, and go through these values. And it gave me the chance to look at the values and check whether this is true, this is real.
Wow.
And gave me the chance to I was somehow happy to see that the values we believe in are right values, and we still believe in these values. And this was a chance for me to check that that this can help the company. And this is more than the strategy, because the strategy probably is built on this, on strength, on the values we believe. The strategy follows this. And that was the good thing for me in this year. The fact that I was able to go back to all my, real beliefs. And I totally agree with Marian previously saying that also at the personal level, this year gave us the chance of introspection and gratitude, because it showed us that, I mean, if you stay now and look back, was that anybody promising us that everything will be okay ever? Nobody promised us that.
Yeah.
So that's a chance to some gratitude for what we have and for the fact that we are still here. And this is a good platform to build on.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You make a really interesting point, and I was thinking about myself in the past, where maybe my boss has said to me, you know what our values are and our corporate culture. It's on the website. Tell me what it is, Colin. So I'll be, oh shit, I have no idea. It's really interesting now that we're actually looking at, and we're not seeing that as just some sort of just synthetic thing on a website. It actually means something right now, is what you're saying, isn't it? There is actually meaning behind that. And I guess you also touched on the way that we speak to each other is different. And I've said before, like at networking events, it's like, hey, Cornelia, how are you? You're looking good. I was going to give you a call the other day and let's go and have lunch. And it was all kind of a bit synthetic, but now it's, Cornelia, how are you? How's the family? It's more sincere. And you're saying that that's actually now sort of infiltrating into the corporate culture now. And there was another point you made, and I'm going to come to Andre, because I guess, thank you, Cornelia. Andre, I guess you're a little bit unique in terms of 2020, because it was quite a ride for you guys. And I'd ask you just to tell us very quickly about what the organization is doing. But just taking Cornelia's points about, I think he said about, focusing on certain things. And does that mean that as organizations, sometimes we hang on to things that we shouldn't hang on to because we have a long-term relationship with that, or with a product or a service or whatever? And I think Cornelia was kind of touching on, this has made us realize, let's look at things in a different way and be more focused and run with the winnables, and let certain things go in our lives. So if you could just sort of tackle that, but tell us a little bit about your year, because it was quite an adventure, I think, my friend.
Yeah, it's true. Also for us, it was an adventure, this 2020. But for us, that we are dealing with companies in distress. So basically, our insolvency business deals with companies in distress. So for us, we are trained to pass these times and to negotiate with the problems and to try to solve them. So for us, basically, each crisis, it's an opportunity, and we are looking from this side. In 2020, we try to analyze very fast what's happening, and that we have that program called Confidex, and we interviewed more than 500 Romanian managers, trying to understand what's their status, when how do they look to the economy, how much trust do they have in their own company, in their sector, in the Romanian economy, and in European economy. And we did this study for each quarter of 2020. So first of all, we tried to understand very fast what's happening, and we realized that basically this crisis speed up a little bit the process of transforming the whole economy from the old economy to the new economy. And basically this transformation happened, but this crisis just speeded up. And we are trying to understand what's the new economy and how to prepare our organization, our companies, because CITR, the insolvency company, is just a part of our group. We also have in our group ROCA and ROCA-X, and we are investing in distressed companies and also in startups. So we try to understand very fast how it's going to look, the new economy. On the other side, we try to keep our people engaged. We have more than 200 people in our group, so we try to keep them engaged even if they were home. And we organized sports session online. We organized online parties. We try to celebrate every moment to offer them the possibility to remain engaged. So I think that we were very, very active on these two directions, to understand what's happening and to keep our people very, very engaged. And I think that at the end of 2020, we somehow realized our objective. So I think that after 2 sessions of Confidex, we understood exactly what's the situation in Romanian economy and what's the direction, where are we going in 2020-21. And I know that right now we are very prepared, and we are rebuilding all our organization, trying to adapt for the future. In the, let's say, financial figures, I think that we are in the budgets that we prepared for 2020. We didn't stop the investments. Roca they had in 2020 5 new investments, and Roca X, I told you that we are investing in startups. So I think that we made 8 new investments in 2020. So we didn't stop our activity. We are trying to keep our people focused, and we are digitalizing all our group, trying to prepare for 2021 and for the next years.
Okay. Have you experienced that the startups? I guess when you're in a startup, you could be a little bit more flexible in terms of changing direction. I think, I'm not sure. Whereas when you're an established organization, is it in your experience? Are you finding that that people are making dramatic decisions, either stopping a project or completely re-diverting it, or are people being more resilient and adapting, as I think you mentioned?
We had all kind of situation. We had people who quit it because in crisis they went and hired to the state in a state department. So basically all our investment in that startup simply were vanished. So we had also the situation, but also we had situations when entrepreneurs came to us and told us, look, these were our plan, but now the time is changing. So basically they changed all the business model, and we sustained, and I think that it's going to be a successful story in the future. So we had all the kind of situation in this 2020.
So a lot of courage, I guess, is a word that we should throw in there as well. There's been a lot of courage to make those decisions. Vivek, come back to you before the battery on your laptop runs out on us. But Vivek, just picking up what Andre said there about the people adaptability. I guess if I'm a young 17-year-old or 16-year-old thinking about my university education right now, it's probably a bit of a puzzling time. Based on what Andre said, is do I become a doctor because that's what I wanted to become, or do I need to shift over there because that might reduce what? It's kind of a challenging time. Vivek, in terms of your people in Vipro, are you finding that people through this, that you're discovering skills that they didn't have and they're able to change their role completely within the company, and I guess, have they been able to, we'll come on to development and learning later, but have they been able to develop themselves through this time, and how have you managed it? There you go, those are just 2 questions.
We haven't found, so if I understood this correctly, do we have a problem in recruitment? Is that what you meant?
No, it's really about your people. Have they in terms of their own, I think everybody, you probably have people in your team that you didn't know could play a guitar or sing wonderfully. As this period enabled you, because I think Mihai touched on and Mike about this, the personal communication. Have you sort of been talking to people and realised, hey, actually, Christina, you'd be great in sales because you got to know Christina more, and I guess it's made you more approachable by people. You're having more communication. So within the company, you're finding that the adaptability within the company is good. People are not so fixed on one particular career.
I haven't seen that, honestly.
Okay.
What I have seen is the appetite. The time has given people the appetite to learn more and ask for more opportunities to learn. In the old days, you didn't really know if you would, let's say, as an example, I picked up an interest in thermodynamic properties of metals. But that's just it, right? I mean, it's an interest. Folks have come and asked me about, or people who said they're talking about gardening skills, or some people have learned how to compost and things like that. I mean, there are. But what I'm saying is the ask has been to provide support, but I haven't seen people asking for a career change basis this. So that's so, and we have what has also happened is I'll give you an example. We have training teams in every geography. Once you went online, the number of the attendance for some of our sessions just quadrupled, even more. I mean, so our teams have been, our local teams have been supporting Philippines in various sessions because everything's online, right? So so that's driven, in my opinion, the change that was required. I mean, we could have done this before the crisis, right? So we could have done this before the pandemic hit, but and we are a technology company, and we did do it, but not to the level that we do it now.
Okay. So globally, vPro has become closer as a team globally.
Absolutely. So we're interacting more, we're reaching out more, but it's and all. Currently, well, 90% of our 200,000 employees globally are at home. We're interacting with each other more. So
Interesting. Mike, thanks for that. Mike, if I can come to you sort of on this sort of theme, if you like, and we talk about leadership, and we have a panel of top leaders, if I can say that, from the organisations. But obviously, you have leadership cascading all the way down through a company, through to whatever we call the managers, team leaders, whatever the title is. There's leadership in there. Mike, what's in terms of that level of leadership, Mike? Has that changed? And what I'm getting to, I guess I should make an observation that we've actually got 5 gentlemen on this panel, and we have a lady in Morella. Maybe I'll bring Morella in on this, but in terms of and we've heard lots of stories about empathy being important, and good examples, I guess, of empathy through I forget her name, Jacinda Ardern, for the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the way she managed the pandemic, and the experts are telling us that this form of empathy is the new style of leadership. Rather than fighting a problem, we use this empathy. What's your experience, Mike, in terms of your team, how your department managers are adapting to this?
I don't think they have to adapt. I rather think that they have to be, because, as I said, there are a lot of activities and a lot of behaviors which I think we should have natural. And I think people are open and bold and courageous as much as we allow them to be through our rules and processes and procedures and compliance and God knows whatever is invented. In a sense, we are streamlining certain activities, but in the other sense, we are building up quite a lot of fences in which, in a very polite and modern way, we are saying, I mean, we have created a very luxurious box, but please stay in it. This pandemic forced us, in a sense, to get out of these fences, to trust people more, as Vivek said, and because of this, they opened up quite a lot. I don't think that the pandemic brought about special skills or whatever other activities they have discovered now. I think they just became more open and they shared it much more openly. And we found out that after all, we found out that our employees are, after all, humans too. And they can laugh and they can paint and they can raise dogs and God knows whatever they will have to do. And
vice versa as well, I
vice
guess.
versa, exactly. And I think also all the managers and especially the top managers have showed this as well. Yes, because the biggest empathy you can have is to get out of your oak office and come in between the people and share all the good things and the bad things with them. And when we are speaking about empathy, I think that empathy has not to be directed only from top down. Empathy has to be a universal thing, which is a normal characteristics of everybody. And if we are able to generate that, then we are just a step away from collective leadership, which from my point of view is the end game we have to go for. Also from a very selfish point of view, because if you manage to introduce collective leadership, exaggerating a little bit, you don't have to do anything. So what more do you want? As a manager, I mean.
Yeah, I guess you said the ideal manager should surround themselves with people much more cleverer than they are, I guess is the ideal scenario.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mihai, I'm going to come to you on this. So Mike's all talking about, and we've talked a lot about the empowerment and empathy and communication and working with our people. But just a challenge on that, can we do that too much? Are people still looking at us, you as the ultimate leader that they need to be able to look up to and to make those fundamental decisions they want to be a part of, but only to a certain extent? Where to draw the line? Empowerment of people.
So I said before that one of the things that it's very important to be done and to be understood by leaders is to unleash the potential of individuals, is to enhance their confidence, is to leverage on trust, and maybe to create the space, a bigger space to maneuver. But you have to keep a balance, because if you are actually giving them credit, you have to make sure that everybody is deserving the credit. Everybody knows exactly how to handle it. Of course, we are creating a luxury box sometimes. Yeah? And Marianne just mentioned that you have to stick and stay in the box. But in these times, you have to show a total different kind of leadership. And people are looking at you. What kind of leadership are you actually showing? How are you going to lead in such a difficult times? Because it's a difficult time for everyone, for leaders, for managers, and for all the associates. But you have to keep the right balance. And right balancing is about, let's say, having your sensors in your organization and knowing exactly how much are you going to be, how much you're going to take. It's a taking and giving, yeah. So and if you're just among them all the time, just understanding, and the word empathy was actually here pointed out by you and by our panelists. If you are always among the team, if you are always updated, if you're having, as I said, your sensors into the organization, you know exactly how much are you going to give and how much you're going to, let's say, to restrict. Sometimes you have to restrict, but this is some a kind of a management. You can call it inclusive, whatever, but it's something that it's a new experience, at least that I had last year, and it was very, very intensive. It was a very fast changing. It was agile, yeah. But I think it's a right way to manage an organization, regardless how big or how small this is, through this rough waters, as we used to.
Your screen is frozen, but thankfully we can still hear you, Mihai. Cornelia, I want to sort of just take a little bit what Mihai said there, because it's quite interesting. I think the point, if I'm correct, what I'm hearing is that the leadership is almost changed into a facilitator. So in terms of idea generation, strategy implementation, the leader's role is not so much, guys, we're going to do A, B, C. It's more facilitating a discussion, but still ultimately, I guess, pushing that decision through. What's your experience on this? That's the first question. And while you're talking, I want to bring in a slightly separate subject. Is we talked about the internal trust and empathy and all these wonderful words that we've used. I want you just to touch on what companies should be doing in terms of their corporate branding. We talked a little bit earlier about the values on the website, but what is the message for companies in terms of how they're seen out into the big wide world, in terms of their CSR, their branding? What message do they want to send, and how should they be doing it now? Is it something they should be doing from the heart more than the head?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, I will connect the two questions, because I really believe that this is both questions have same background, let's say, same base. Why? Because Marian Popa said something very interesting earlier, like the collective leadership. And we experience since many years, but we can see it more in the last couple of years, a bigger focus on corporate governance. Why that? Because if we look to the business environment, we can see that we are now in front of a kind of democratization of capital. So capital now, believe it or not, doesn't belong to the richest people in the world, but the majority part of the capital belongs to the normal people, via funds, via pension funds, or this was a driving force towards a more regulated, if you want, corporate governance. This is why leadership now can't be anymore so conservative in a sense of directive leadership.
Okay.
And this is more and more, should be more and more based on collaborative kind of leadership. So you share the ideas with your people. You try to empower your people in order to come up with ideas and to make a kind of collective leadership. This is one thing. The other thing is, yes, indeed, this is also the corporate level, because as we go to more stakeholder-based approach of the business, you will go more to what we call social and environmental governance. So you are not only responsible in front of your shareholders, but also in front of your employees, in front of the people that you impact with your activity. So we are, and I really believe that the pandemic, speeded up the things into this direction. So we have to be aware of this, and we all leaders, we have to adapt to what is happening, because if we will not do that, we are going to disappear, us as leaders, maybe not our companies.
It's interesting. It's interesting listening to all of you gentlemen. Actually, when I speak to my two sons in the UK, both in different industries, it's a slightly different story. That the leaders there are still clinging on to the word leadership. So it's quite interesting how Romania, I think, through its entrepreneurial spirit, is embracing this change and really sort of adapting with it. Andre, we're sort of coming to the last few minutes. I'm going to come back to everybody, if I may, for a very quick bit of advice for people out there for 2021. So if you'd like to sort of prepare for that. But Andre, I just want to touch very quickly with you on we talked about learning and development, or we touched on learning and development, and also succession planning. How are companies managing, if you're a young individual who's very career minded and wants to commit to a company for a long period, has COVID-19 affected their ability to stand out and be recognized as a potential, maybe even going past a few likely suspects, if you like, for a particular job, but they don't have that ability to actually be in the workplace and really to shine. So it is in terms of succession planning and also learning skills and developing. How are companies actually dealing with that, and how are employees feeling about this?
As I told you, we are preparing for the new economy. We are trying to understand exactly how it's gonna look. The future, even if it's about the market, even if it's about the behavior of the people, the employees, and so on. And right now, we are in the middle of a process in our company. We are trying to change our corporate culture from top-down culture to a bottom-top. We are trying to listen more what are the needs, because also our group becomes bigger and bigger. So it's a behavior when you have 10 people in your company. It's another culture when you have 50 or 100, and when you're going bigger and you have more than 200 people, you need to listen them, because they are facing in this moment. We are all about 40 years, so we are in the middle age crisis, the most of us. So people.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, people have a personal crisis in this moment. Also, they are facing a crisis because we developed a lot. So they need to adapt all the time, to learn and to be very fast and to change all the time. The business. So we came to the conclusion that in this moment we need to change our corporate culture from a top-down, as I told you, like we did 20 years. I told them what's the next level and what I expect from them to do. And we're trying to change it to a culture of bottom-top. I'm trying to listen to them, to listen what are their needs, what are their dreams, what are their personal goals, and exactly how can we combine their own goals with the company's goals and to try to develop all together. Because in our opinion, in this moment, people totally engaged in what is he doing. He cannot belong to two separate worlds, a family world and a business world, let's say. They need to unify. And in my opinion, this is the key of the success in our modern times.
Well, do you know, thank you, my friend. And I'm not going to lose the opportunity for you mentioning midlife crisis. Mike Popper.
Yes, if you are speaking about midlife crisis,
I'm referring to your wonderful jacket.
Yes. Well, for me, it is very simple, because I've decided, plain and simple, not to have crises because they are too complicated, and they are filling too much space of your mind. So to be also very honest and leaving joke aside, I honestly don't have crisis, and I don't foresee any unexpected events. to surprise us, because what we have to remember, exaggerating just a little bit, that if we wouldn't have problems to solve, we wouldn't have jobs. Yeah, nobody need managers in a perfect running company. It would be a stupid expense. So from one point of view, I think, thanks God, there are problems. From the other point of view, looking anyhow to the crisis and looking of how we mastered it, I mean, my opinion and my couple of words at the end of this conference is that we should completely trust our colleagues, because in my view, it's by far the best return on investment.
Wow. Well, great words, And Mike, I think you could give Socrates a run for his money. You should write a book. So
when I meet him,
Mihai, coming to you. What's your word of advice for everybody watching right now?
I think everything starts with a purpose. If you can clear made a purpose for everyone, to understand what a purpose is, and to follow this purpose, the organization will be actually in line, and they'll understand their meaning in this world. So you have to really to show indulgence, to show confidence, to have resilience, and we talk about trust. But overall, is actually a purpose, and everybody should know exactly why I'm actually going or in the office, or why should I work for the company? Why should I work for this project? What does this project mean for me and for the company? And at the end of the day, what is actually my contribution to the company, to the to my team? I am a valuable member. I am. Does my peers sees me as a valuable member to the team? I'm bringing all my knowledges to enhance the company's value or the organization's value. So purpose and acknowledgement, and as I said, confidence, trust, and resilience. This should be actually a package for the managers and leaders to navigate smoothly in 2021 and onwards.
Wow. I think in 3 years, we're going to look back at this situation and say, do you know what? It's the best thing that happened to us, because look at us now. So, great words. Thank you. Cornelio, over to you. We'll come to Vivek last, so no pressure, Vivek. You have the final word. But Cornelio, would you like to share a word of wisdom with us?
Yes, I believe that we really need to have a growth mindset for the next couple of years and for maybe all our life, in order to surpass the difficulties. Because I really believe that there are going to be difficulties in the future. And this growth mindset, I would say that should be based on cooperation. We saw that we need so much to cooperate, and this situation gave us the chance to see how poor we cooperate at the level of states, even based on trust on our strength, trusting our strengths, and commitment to our values.
Okay. Wonderful. Moreno, I hope you're writing all of these down, because you've got a good article for the next issue of The Diplomat here. Vivek, final word from you, my friend.
So if I was to choose a word, all of us essentially said the same thing. We said relationships are important. We said trust is important. We said agility and innovation are important. But if I was to kind of sum this up, I would say my word for the year and my focus would be simplify.
Okay.
You simplify things so you're more agile. Simplify things, trust so you can simplify things. So, but the word I would choose is simplify. Simplify processes, simplify life.
Get rid of those things that are kind of not helping. I've done it with my clothes. I think I've given away half of my wardrobe. So I'm simplifying my wardrobe. We should simplify.
I miss your shiny jacket, Colin.
I've kept the shiny jacket. I've kept the shiny jacket. So thank you, Vivek, to Mike, to Mihai, to Cornelio, and Andre. Thank you so much, and thanks for the people watching. I hope there were some really good tips in there. All of you, stay safe. Thank you for being here, and I'll hand back to Mirella.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you Okay, sorry. Thank you, Colin. Thank you to all our speakers, and stay tuned in order to find out the winners for the gala. So we'll start the gala.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Diplomat Bucharest Awards Gala. Thank you for staying this evening with us and to celebrate business, leaders and teams, resilience, leadership, and the power of adaptability, business continuity, and moving forward. As mentioned before, we are live on Facebook, on the Diplomat website, and YouTube, and our partners' pages. We have a lineup of 23 categories, and together with Colin, we'll be thrilled to welcome all our well-deserved winners. These awards are just a symbolic recognition of all their efforts and leading resilience and companies, employees, teams, and managers shown during our common story written all along 2020. I thank you, Colin, for co-moderating with me this session, and I invite you to start with the first category.
Okay, thank you very much, Mirella, and congratulations again on the videos. We're loving them. We're loving them. Keep them coming. So with the first category is for Smart City Administration. Now, this first award is dedicated to a smart administration of a forefront runner in terms of smart cities in Romania, the use of European funds, and the innovative ideas that have been implemented for the development of modern, green public space, adapted to the current technological and urban mobility realities. Mirella, over to you.
Okay, this award goes to Cluj-Napoca City Hall, and we are happy to welcome the Mayor of Cluj-Napoca, Mr. Emil Boc, and I invite him to receive our appreciative award. Mr. Boc, so you are here with us?
Yes, thank you so much. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to be together with you and also to get this wonderful prize for my community. It's a sign of recognition of our vision of having a vision based on eco, not ego. I think this is one of the key to move forward in a community. What does it mean, eco, not ego? Ecosystem, not ecosystem, means that we are working together with the business environment, with the civil society, with the citizens, universities, in order to have the best quality of life possible, and in the same time, to use technology in order to improve the quality of life. We are aware that the future belongs to digital. Every mayor should think and act green and digital in this world. So from that perspective, we already planned then before 2028 to have the entire public transport electric. And also we planned that before 2045, the city to be carbon neutral from this perspective, having in mind that the European Union by 2050 is going to be climate neutral. Last but not least, our vision is to keep our talents home, because it's the most important asset of our city, based on the fact that we are a university city, and we can do that having on the same place quality of life and using technology to improve the quality of life of the people. again, thank you so much. An honor to be with you in this evening. And just a short comment about the previous panel. I think the questions sometimes are more important than answer. It was a wonderful talk show, I would say, and I learned a lot, and especially about question and answer in the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Bock. And good to see you've still got that, despite all this COVID, you've still got that passion and enthusiasm there. So I hope I see you again sometimes in real life in the not too distant future. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. It's an honor for us.
Okay, moving on to our second category, which is about improving Romania's capital market status. And the award is for the implementation of the FTSE Russell decision on the promotion of the Romanian capital market to the status of secondary emerging market. Back in September 21, 2020. The efforts made in recent years by the regulatory authorities, together with the profile associations and the members of the Romanian Association of Banks and the Bucharest Stock Exchange, have led to a significant improvement of the image, it's fair to say, of the financial market in Romania. Mirela, over to you.
This award reflects the performance of Bucharest Stock Exchange, and congratulations, Mr. Radu Hanga, President of Bucharest Stock Exchange. You have the word. Congratulations, you are the winner.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here with you. Just as Mayor Bock said before me, it was a great panel. I followed it before the prizes. I'm happy to follow Cluj-Napoca and to say that after we have been looking at the city, which performed very well, now we are looking at the country, which is performing at the same level. Because when we are talking about the Romanian capital market, which have been promoted as emerging market, we are in fact saying that Romania as a country was promoted as the status of emerging market. For us as a Bucharest Stock Exchange was a special year, despite all the difficulties linked to the medical situation, not only in Romania, but globally. For us, again, it was a great year. There are 25 years since the Bucharest Stock Exchange was restarted back in year 90s. It was the year of promotion to emerging market status. It was a year of record transactions, which we recorded almost 4 billion euros transactions during the year. Over 1.5 billion euros funding rounds run by the state and by the private companies. We have two companies, Banca Transilvania, again from Cluj-Napoca, and Nuclearelectrica, joining FTSE Russell Emerging Markets Index. We are now expecting to see OMV Petrom probably joining this year this index, and we are looking forward to increase our country's presence in FTSE Russell indexes and also to make steps forward in terms of other index providers. Again, thank you very much for this award, and I would say it goes not to the Bucharest Stock Exchange, it goes to Romania.
Thank you very much, sir. And I think we use the word trust in the panel discussion quite a lot. I think what's been achieved there, and congratulations to you and all the team at the Bucharest Stock Exchange, but it does install more trust in the nation to really have that good optimism going forward. So thank you very much for everything you've done. Okay, our third category is for the Romanian Technology Breakthrough Achievement. As we already know, Bucharest has been elected in 2020 to host the European City of the European Cybersecurity, Industrial Technology and Research Competence Centre. That's going to be quite a business card for somebody. This is a real breakthrough success for Romania, Bucharest and the cybersecurity capabilities, and also for the institutions, but a lot of effort and strategy into achieving this goal. And Mirela, over to you.
Yes. So the winner is Minister of Transport and Infrastructures, who ran this project together with several other associations and institutions. I invite Mr. Dragoș Preda, State Secretary, to receive the award and address several words. Mr. Dragoș Preda.
Hello, good evening to everybody. I'm currently in another reunion, Club Romania reunion. I thank you very much. I'm honored to be here among you, to follow Mayor Boc, who is, like an icon for the what we call now smart cities and communities. And after Radu Hanga, I remember that I've started my mandate during an event where co-organized by BBB. I dedicate this award to former Minister of Transport Lucian Bodeb and my colleague Alexandru Nazare, who is currently Minister of Finance, and also to the former Prime Minister Ludovic Orban and to all the help that we reached from or our colleagues from IT and C sector. I'm talking here about Duncan Pan, Cer.ro. I'm talking here about Ionel Balan, the general from TTC, and all our colleagues that supported this candidacy from Romania. What we have to prospect from now on is that we talked lately about those 2 billion dedicated to the center, and everybody says, okay, it's not an agency, it's a center. In the IT&C world, everything is center because we are talking about a network system, and this center will coordinate the other national state-owned systems on cybersecurity. But we should look also on the value chain. I've just posted recently today and the days before that we are discussing with universities like Belfast University, that's one of the icons for cybersecurity academics in Europe. We are discussing developing a curricula to help develop our capabilities here in Romania. As Mayor Boc said, we want to keep our youngsters here in Romania. We want to keep them and to pay them fairly and to create a competitive market. And this way, we will do it. We'll do this by developing education in the cybernetics, but also we will have to look into the value chain. As Margaret Vestager, Thierry Breton already mentioned, we have to look at all the value chain, meaning developing the research and development infrastructure, and also the industrial parks linked to this new ecosystem. I won't keep you much longer than this. Thank you very much once again. Heads up and for what you do with the diplomat, and we'll keep in contact with new things. Happy birthday today, because today for the data protection, it is the 40th anniversary of the data protection legal framework launched in '81 by European Union. It's once again, perhaps it was not coincidence to have this award today. I dedicate it to all my colleagues, and heads up for everybody. We will have to strengthen our relations also with the private sector in order to to deploy this new ecosystem rightfully. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations again, and happy birthday, I guess I should say, on that anniversary as well. And I guess it's a terrible pun, but these stories we're hearing already, I think, is really injecting, that's the terrible pun, injecting more and more confidence in everybody in this country to see a good rosy future. So thank you very much. Okay, talking about rosy futures, we need good leadership. So the next award is for outstanding leadership. And this award goes to the manager of a company that proved its commitment to green energy development through one of its latest projects, the acquisition of Crucea, I think, wind farm, and it's Stiag, I think, Energy Romania from Stiag, Germany, developed by Stiag. Is testing me on the pronunciation of that 3 times. It was commissioned in 2014. Crucea wind farm is one of the most modern and best maintained onshore wind farms in Romania, with an installed capacity of 108 megawatts. Mirella.
The winner is Bogdan Badea, President of Board of Directors of Hidroelectrica. Now we'll have a video message from Mr. Badea.
În numele Hidroelectrica să vă mulțumim pentru premiul acordat. Anul 2020 a reprezentat un an de răscruce pentru Hidroelectrica. S-au făcut primii pași concreți în direcția diversificării portofoliului de producție prin achiziționarea parcului eolian de la Steag. Este un pas important, este un pas care arată că și companiile românești ușor se apropie de mentalitatea și de agilitatea cu care ceilalți mari jucători din piața de energie ne-au obișnuit prin fuziuni, prin achiziții, prin dezvoltare și cred că este un pas extrem de important. Nu ne vom opri aici. Introducerea energiei eoliene ca sursă pe lângă energia hidro este un prim pas. Dorim să investim și în parcuri solare, suntem foarte interesați de tehnologia bazată pe hidrogen verde și, nu în ultimul rând, privim cu mare atenție potențialul pe care România îl are în Marea Neagră pentru instalarea de parcuri eoliene offshore. Doresc să vă mulțumesc încă o dată pentru acest premiu și anul 2021 sper să vină tot cu vești bune pentru Hidroelectrica și pentru întreaga piață de energie, astfel încât să ne apropiem din ce în ce mai mult de ceea ce ne l-am propus atunci când am preluat mandatul, și anume ca Hidroelectrica să devină nu numai un jucător național important pe piața de energie, ci și un jucător regional. Vă mulțumesc.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bedea, and congratulations to Hydroelectrica on that, and thank you for being with us on the video this evening. Okay, moving on to our next award is for, wonderful word, inspiring leadership. Now this award goes to one of the most active managers in their industry and is acknowledged for his, there's a clue there, leadership and people-orientated attitude, especially through difficult times such as we had last year. He says, and I quote, great leadership and good communication skills go hand in hand, and it goes without saying that leaders are expected to be great communicators. Mirella, who is this man?
The winner is Mr. Mihai Boldijar, General Manager, Robert Bosch, Romania and Bulgaria. To receive these awards, Mr. Mihai Boldijar, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm really moved and touched. And I'm very happy to receive this award. And I can tell you that we will continue to inspire by right leadership our associates, our employees, and we will continue to fascinate with invented for life products and quality services, our customers and our partners. And by saying that, I'm looking at solution in digitalization, solution for smart communities and smart cities, for new mobility. And I can proudly say that Bosch is the first big company which has reached the carbon neutrality by end of 2020 already. We are working since more than a decade on that. And so we have achieved that all our 400 sites to be carbon neutral. And everything we are doing now, of course, under the motto invented for life, is to make sure that all the products and services will be or will have a neutral carbon footprint. And this is also for the people and for the well-being. So thank you very much. And we will continue to pursue our motto, Invented for Life. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations, Mihai, and congratulations to the team around you as well, because I guess every good leader needs people to be supporting that. So I'm sure you're very grateful of that. So
thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next award this evening. We are this evening now. It's dark outside. It's for operational efficiency. And this award goes to a company in the energy sector for the successful completion of a merger of its 3 electricity distribution companies within the group, and by this demonstrating its commitment to operational efficiency in the very important energy sector in Romania. It's one of the most prominent companies in this industry, and Mirella is going to tell us more about it.
Yes, Colin, indeed. It's about the merger of electricity distribution company Transylvania Nord, Transylvania Sud, and Muntenia Nord, starting with the 1st of January. The group's energy distribution services will be carried out only under the umbrella of Distribuție Energie Electrică România. So I invite Ms. Corina Popescu, General Manager of Electrica, to accept this award.
Thank you very much, Mirela. Thank you, Colin. I'm very honored to take this award in the name of my colleagues on the DSO side. It's true that it's only the first step in our project to merge the DSO activity at Electrica Group. So we finalized the legal merger of this. So the hard work will start from now on, because we have an ambition plan to optimize and to have an operational efficiency. I hope that in this year and beginning of next year we'll fulfill all our target that we'll set up. Was a very hard project. It's true, with a lot of barrier, but I'm happy that at the end of the 2020 we succeeded to finalize this. This project is part of the implementation of the Electrica Group strategy. 2020 was a year to consolidate the existing business line. I hope that 2021 will be a year of increasing, because we also have, like Mr. Bogdan Bada mentioned, ambitious plan at Romania to step in the new activity production. Green Deal, I think it could be and have huge opportunity for Romania and also for Electrica under this umbrella. And also we're starting to look regional, and maybe we'll be also we'll have a successful year 2021. Thank you very much again for this award. It was a work of a hard work of the team, and I would like to congratulate all my team for finalizing due time this project.
Thank you, Karina. We congratulate you and your team for that award. So thank you for being with us this evening. Okay, moving on to our next award, still staying in the energy sector, is for Strategic Company for the Energy Sector. This award reaffirms a company's sustainable development after it's been rated to BBB stable outlook by international rating agency Fitch. This rating ensures that the national strategic goals for domestic and international gas transmission in conditions of efficiency, transparency, safety, non-discriminatory, easy for me to say, access and competitiveness. Before I try saying that word again, I'm just going to come straight to Mirela.
Okay, thank you, Colin. So the recognition goes to Transgaz. Congratulations. So we invite Ms. Elisabeta Ghidiu to receive the award together with our congratulations.
Good evening all. Good evening, Mr. Colin. Mirela, you hear me well?
Yes, yes.
Yes, thank you. So I would like to congratulate first the organizer and thank them on behalf of our general manager, Mr. Ion Sterian, for the award offered strategic company in the energy fields. It is honor to forces us to continue to perform of the Romanian energy sector, industry actually, and for society in general. At the same time, please receive the regrets for Mr. Sterian because he could not be present today to receive this honored distinction. As you know, Transgaz has managed notable performance, such as development of the national transmission system and the completion of the special investment projects like BRUA, like Gazoductul Ungheni-Chișinău, and then many other investment on the national development. They have the role in creating a better quality of life for the citizen and for the increased life of our the Romanian people also. Thank you for this award, and we assure you that we will successfully continue our strategic mission in order to transmission the natural gas in condition of safety and efficiency of this. Thank you very much. Take care of you.
Thank you, Elisabetta. Thank you very much for that. Congratulations to you and regards to everybody as well. Thank you. Okay, our next category is for Leading Energy Integrator. This award goes to the largest privately owned energy company in Romania. There's a clue there, I guess. A leader in the field of electricity supply, and is also the largest private energy supplier in Romania. Mirela, tell us who it is.
The winner is Tinmar Energy, and I invite Carla Parnica to receive this award.
Good evening. Thank you, Mirela. Thank you, Colin. It was a pleasure to join this conversation, this panel. I congratulate everybody, all the speakers. It was really good content, and I'm really proud to take part of this event. As you mentioned, Tinmar is the largest private energy supplier, both in energy and gas. And of course, we have this mission to become one of the largest modern service utility in the region. So in the name of my team, I really want to thank you for this award, because it's really, really honoring, and it makes us more responsible, because we really want to continue to provide the best quality services and to be part of our clients and to bring value in their lives. Tinmar is a solid brand, and of course it has an exceptional track record over the past 20 years, both in local and regional international markets. Our success is based on our values, which is being transparent, being easygoing with our clients, of course helping them to solve their problems, and is driving us and guides us through our actions. So thank you very much for this award.
Thank you. I like your style. I like the message you sent. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, moving on to our next award, which is for e-mobility commitment. Now, this award goes to a company currently in the ongoing process of transforming from a fuel retailer into a full service provider for clients on the move. The change comes in line with, and I quote, changes in consumer behavior and the development strategy. I will let Mirela reveal more.
The awards go to MOL Romania, and I invite Camelia Ene, CEO of the company, to receive the award. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for the award. Actually, we've just received the award. Thank you very much for sending it, Mirela. First of all, thank you very much for the e-mobility commitment award. It honors us as it represents a wonderful and relevant recognition of MOL Romania's efforts in the fields of electromobility. Our vision for the next years actually is that the stations used today mainly for refueling will become service providers for those on the move, wherever we are talking about food shopping, coffee, or charging electric cars. This is why the objective of MOL Group is to become the leader when it comes to the electric charging services in Central and Eastern Europe, using our existing capabilities, financial means, and also a solid market position. MOL Romania started investing since 2017 in the development of the electric vehicles charging network under the MOL Plug-E brand from own resources, and also participating in the European NEXT project. Actually, NEXT is a unique project whose purpose is to create the first interconnected EV charging network in the entire region. Within this project, 40 fast charging stations will be available in the country, out of which implementing for MOL Romania 21, and the rest of 19 by our partner E.ON. The stations are located, of course, on the main European road corridors in Romania. And actually, I want to take this opportunity, and I want to thank on behalf of MOL Romania to all our partners in the project. And I want to nominate here E.ON and Nissan and BMW as well. It was such a positive experience to work together in this innovative project, and actually we hope that we will have occasion to cooperate again in the future as well. We will continue our efforts in the field of electromobility. Our ambition is to embrace the e-mobility revolution and explore opportunity arising from this field. And we want all our customers, regardless whether they drive a traditional or an electric vehicle, to be able to travel freely across the region. So thank you once again for the award, and looking forward for the next events of the Diplomat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cornelia, and congratulations on, may I say, a courageous and pioneering move, and I'm sure everybody will feel confident again in what you're all doing there, what you and the team are doing there. So congratulations on that. Thank you. Okay, moving on to our next award, which is for leadership in sustainable. I haven't been drinking yet, Mirella, don't worry. Sustainable development. This award goes to the developer and owner of the 5 highest ranked LEED Platinum buildings in Romania for its sustainable office projects that, by location design, green certifications and addressability, which is a wonderful word, proved to be efficient and durable also in the challenging business times. Mirella, please reveal who the winner is.
As you already guessed, the winner is Vaschint Romania, and I invite Antonio Panait, Managing Director of the company, to receive the awards and to address several words. Congratulations, Antonio.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mirella and Colin, for your dedication and creation of this sort of normality in these troubled times. And yeah, I cannot say too many words because Colin already mentioned our buildings. Timpuri Noi Square and Business Garden Bucharest was built by a handful of people, very dedicated, which during also these times are in front line to manage the buildings and to make them safe for all our users. We are motivated by this award to push forward the quality standards and sustainability of our buildings. Yes, today we have 5 buildings, top 5 buildings, LEED Platinum certified green buildings in Romania. And one of them, it's third worldwide LEED Platinum certified, which is Romania. It's on the map, worldwide map from this perspective. And this is due to the dedication of the team and the hard work we did all these years. In Romania, we are already 12 years. And in 12 years, we completed over 100,000 square meters of lettable area. And we plan to do even more. Thank you very much. And again, it motivates us to push forward the standards and the quality and safety, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Antonio. Yeah, nice words. I like it. I think it's nice to be these awards about recognition, but also showing the rest of the country how pioneering, as I mentioned before with Mol, how being pioneering and courageous, takes some courage. But when you see the results of it and when people say well done, it really makes it all worthwhile. So congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Okay, moving on to the next award, which is for the international expansion. In just a few years, this company, founded in 2018, proves one of the big players in the global conversational AI landscapes in Europe and worldwide, indeed. Having gained over 50 enterprise customers in just 6 months, this company is well on its way to becoming one of the big players in its field. Mirella, reveal who this is.
The winner is Droid AI, and I invite the company's founder, Mr. Liviu Dragan, to address us several words. And congratulations, Mr. Dragan.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate a lot this award. Unfortunately, I'm in not the right location, so I would be very short. So I think I'm extremely proud for this award. I would like to say that my dream is everybody in the door is a world to have a virtual assistant which will be called Druid. Yes, in 2020, even it was a very sad, and I saw so many pain in the world. We could grow very fast in Romania and also outside of Romania internationally. We have more than 50 partners at that moment, and we want to conquer the world with our platform. Thank you very much. And I hope that this year to be a normal one, to come back to a normality. Thank you very much, Mirela, and thank you very much for the organization.
Thank you, Liviu, and congratulations. Another great example of Romanian entrepreneurship and the courage and all these words I keep saying. And I don't say them lightly, because every award here has an element of that in it. So again, congratulations, my friend, and I wish you even more success for 2021 ahead. Okay, our next award is for sustainability in business, and this award recognizes the sustainable strategy of one of the largest players in telecom in Romania. Through the local businesses and sustainable business strategy, the company says that they will make the greatest impact on 5 of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Well, I guess we've got a clue in there, Mirela, but please reveal who it is.
The winner is Vodafone Romania, and I want to congratulate them. We invite Mr. Răzvan Dumitru, Business Development and Strategy Director, Vodafone Romania, to receive the awards. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Truly honored to receive this award on behalf of Vodafone Romania's team. And I'd like to take this moment to also congratulate all the leaders and companies whose valuable contribution and impact has been recognized today, as well as the Diplomat for this initiative. Now, of course, this recognition comes in a time of, in a special context for us all. A context that challenged us as a society, as a business environment, as well as individuals. For us at Vodafone, 2020 has been a year of grit or extraordinary resilience. Now, the pandemic put us into testing our business continuity. It tested our technology, our systems, our network capabilities, but I believe above all, it tested our Vodafone team spirit. And I truly believe that we successfully passed this test. We proved the resilience of our business, took rapid actions to ensure that we operate at full strength under exceptional circumstances. I recall, how we had to move the entire call center from the office to home, and being able to fully support the customers and society in general. For us, it was clear that our mission and responsibility as a provider of critical connectivity to our customers, whether we're talking about children learning, or professors teaching, or in general, us working on our day-to-day jobs, right? We were able to provide the communication services for everything that the society needs to do. Our ultimate goal at Vodafone was to best serve the Romanian society under these very hard times, and I truly appreciate and recognize and am proud that Vodafone raised to the challenge.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to you and the Vodafone team. Well done. Okay, moving on to our next award, which is for Innovation for Excellence. This award recognizes the pioneering development of the immune building standard, a blueprint to improve the immunity of office buildings designed to help combat health risks in the workplace, reduce fears, particularly in the context of pandemics, of course, and build trust among employers and employees in their efforts to safely return to the office. Mirela.
The winner is Genesis Property, and I invite Mr. Gavin Bonner, Vice President of Genesis Property, to receive the award. Congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. I first hope that you can all hear me.
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Great. The first thing I'd like to do is to thank the host and the previous speakers of this wonderful event. I think it's of great importance, especially during these times, for information to continue to reach the business leaders within the marketplace. Genesis Property is honoured to receive the award for the Immune Building Standard. in the Innovation for Excellence category. And we are extremely pleased that our initiative has been duly acknowledged as part of our common fight against this pandemic. We consider that the immune building standard is of considerable relevance in these hard times where everybody has been touched in some way by this virus, whether that be physically, emotionally, or economically. It was in March 2020 that Genesis recognized the need to look at the measures to protect the occupants of their own portfolio. And hence we set up a talented task force from different professions and perspectives to investigate measures on how the real estate market could assist in the fight against COVID-19, being fully aware of the statistic that 90% of our time is spent within this built environment. The in-depth research established over 120 measures covering firstly, design, engineering, technology solutions, but also facilities management, procedures and policies, whether they be perpetual or ready to activate, and the philosophy of healthy by design was born. The immune standard is open source, and as such, it would be remiss of me if I didn't recognize and thank all the contributors to the standard and joining our dedicated team in the fight against this pandemic that we all face. We encourage all those interested in adopting the immune building standard or wish to be a collaborator to get in touch with Genesis as we all join together with a common objective to get back to our normal or near normal future lives. Once again, our sincere thanks for this award and wish you all to enjoy the remainder of this wonderful celebration. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Gavin. Thank you very much for that, my friend, and congratulations on the. I was only saying to somebody today, nobody seems to have a cold or flu anymore. So I don't know why that is. Maybe we've got the masks on all of the time, or we're not getting infected. So thank you very much, Gavin, and congratulations to you and the Genesis team. Okay, moving on to the next category, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the We Care Together, and it's about the funding programs. This award goes to a funding endeavour that supported Singapore, Romania in launching the project Future Ready. We develop the skills of future generations. The project is supported by the We Care Together funding program. Morella, can you reveal a little more for us, please?
It's unmute. Okay. The winner is Societe Generale Global Solution Center, the founding supporter of this project. So I invite Evelyn Lutash, representing the company, to say a few words. Congratulations, Evelyn.
Thank you very much for this award. We are honored that you have awarded us for our first funding program that we ever launched within Romania. We are very glad that our efforts in supporting the vulnerable communities through educational programs and through professional integration have reached as well you, and you are aware of it. And I'm very, very glad that we can continue contributing in this way to the communities around us. Last but not least, I would like to congratulate you as well for all your activities, your events, and all your contribution towards our industry and supporting us as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Evelyn. Very, very kind words. We do. Well, I know Morella appreciates it with the hard work that she puts in. So it's very nice to hear. Okay, our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for financial education, an important subject. This award goes to a particular bank that communicated and innovated a lot in terms of financial education for its customers and general public in the last few years through programs such as Scuola de Ban, or over to the more recent financial mindfulness. What a wonderful subject. How to improve your relationship with money. Yeah, I need to improve my relationship with some of my money, I think. Financial education program in 21 steps. The company proved to be an efficient financial educator and communicator. Mirela, who is this?
The well-deserved awards goes to Banca Comercială Română, BCR, and I invite Andreea Nicoleta Deliu, Head of Marketing and Communication at BCR, to receive the awards. Congratulations, Andreea.
Thank you very much, and thank you also for your very kind words. And yes, indeed, we all have problems with our money. We all have difficult relationship with our money, and this is this is why we thought that we all would need a financial education program, and especially last year a mindfulness program, because mindfulness is also getting in touch with your emotions. And I know here we are all business people, and we all talk about very rational things. But we are human beings in the end, and emotions are the one that rule the relationship we have with everything around us, including money. So yeah, this is why we have this program. And thank you very much for seeing it, for appreciating it, and giving us this award for it. And if you want to do if you are curious, the program is still available online. Yeah, everybody can try it on our Money School website. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andrea. I think my kids have a wonderful relationship with my money, so I guess there's part of the solution is already there. So, but thank you and congratulations on the initiative, a wonderful initiative. So, thank you for that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next award is for Technology Deal. This award is for a major transaction that equals a significant strategic digital and IT partnership deal with Metro, the leading global wholesale company that is redefining the food service distribution industry. As part of this transaction, the awarded company will take over the IT units of Metro in Germany and Romania. Who is this company, Mirela?
The winner is Wipro Technologies Romania, and I invite Vivek Bakshi, Managing Director of the company. Congratulations, Vivek, to say a few words.
Thank you, Mirela. As others have said, I think we all appreciate the hard work that you put into these events. Thank you for the recognition. It's been a team effort and a very long process. And you know, culture change is the most difficult part of any transition, and that's going to start this year. So, as someone else mentioned earlier, the hard work starts now. Thank you for the recognition.
Hello. Okay, so
yeah, I lost it a little bit there. Vivek, had you finished?
I think the network connection is spotty. So
yeah, I think it was cracking up a little bit there, but I think we got the message from you there. So thank you very much for that, and congratulations. And it's been nice the way that nobody sort of taking these accolades without mentioning the infrastructure and the team behind all of these things, and the same applies to the Vipro team. So well done to them. Okay, our next award is for excellence in technology innovation. 3 high-tech solutions from this company were praised as outstanding at the world's largest technology trade show, CES 2021, the trailer function, the IRS 540 premium long-range radar sensor, and the AC280, I think I'm going to be corrected on this, speakerless sound system developed in cooperation with Sennheiser. Oh, I got that one, Mirela. Tell us who it is.
Okay, so the awards goes to Continental Romania. Congratulations, and I invite Mr. Cristian Neculescu, Head of R&D in Continental Romania, to receive the awards. Congratulations again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank the Diplomat for offering Continental this exceptional award. I'm honored to accept this as a recognition for the 20 years of hard work from our team, which contributed to achieve best results on its area in Romania. Since the beginning of its activity here, Continental's intention was to grow ambitious R&D centers and high-quality production in Romania. With that, by the end of 2019, we reached 20,000 employees, have 7 production plants operating according to the standards of Industry 4.0, and 3 R&D centers where we invent and develop with our more than 6,500 engineers, new mobility trends and services, and innovative solutions driving the mobility forward. In Romania, we are trying to realize the symbiosis of conventional car development and manufacturing with new elements of digitalization in mobility services. This makes us all focus on achieving excellence in innovative technology. I want again to thank the Diplomat for awarding us this exceptional award, and I wish you a very nice gala. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to you and everybody there, and thank you for being with us this evening. We have two awards. It's the Education Supporter, unless Mirella interrupts me, I think I'm going to read both parts of this and then pass over to you. Yes, okay, I'm going to do that. So, okay. The inauguration of the first SCADA laboratory within the Polytechnic University of Bucharest. The laboratory was inaugurated at the opening of the 5th edition of the International Conference Regional Southeast European Conference 2020. And Petru Rușeț, General Manager of Siemens Energy Romania, said that technology is important, but it is the people who make the difference. That is why the training of the next generation of energy specialists is one of our main objectives. Mirella.
So the winner of this category, the winners, because there are two winners in this category, is Transelectrica and Siemens Energy Romania. We congratulate both companies for their commitment to the Romanian education and technology sector. So first of all, I invite Mr. Adrian Goicea, Chairman of the Supervisory Board of Transelectrica, to receive the awards. Congratulations, and afterwards, Mr. Rușeț.
Thank you very much for this award. We are honored, and I want to convey this honor to all our management team, which is a wonderful one, which recorded last year many good results in new investments, in financial status of our company, which soared in the stock exchange from a value of roughly 10 lei per share to 28 lei per share this year. This is reflecting our good policy and good management. Also, our personnel in all the compartments, especially the operative one, which faced critical situations, even this year on the 8th of January, when a blackout generalized on the whole NSOE system, faced our company with a critical situation in which we succeeded to deal with in a very successful way. We are, of course, concerned about education and attracting new specialists in our company, and supporting with our power the educational process, including in the Polytechnic University in Bucharest. And we want to continue because at a higher level even this year, because we have an investment plan which requires good specialists and the dedication from all our personnel. Thank you very much for the award, and we are honored again.
Thank you. And now I invite Mr. Petru Rușeț, General Manager Siemens Energy, to receive the award, Education Supporter. Mr. Rușeț?
Yeah, many thanks for the award. Many thanks for inviting us in this very nice event. I am honored to be together with one of our main partners to this prize and to be close to the University of Bucharest for this project. We are a very young company, but with a very huge heritage in Romania, more than 100-year presence. And maybe you know, one of our purposes in our strategy is to energize the society. And as Colin said, we are investing and we are putting a lot of value in people, which is the main fortune for our company. My personal opinion is that such kind of projects can help Romania and can help Romanian university and also us as a company providing solution and technology in Romania, also our customers using these technologies to be very close to the latest technology development, to be able to operate state-of-the-art technologies. And as Mr. Goica mentioned, it was a very difficult moment on 8th of January, but I think the Romania stand very good in front of this event due to this highest technology is implemented year after year with the local people which are trained in such kind of laboratories. I'm really happy to have this. I promise to you, everybody, and to our partners that we will continue in Romania to invest in such kind of projects, and we will stay close to this. Once again, many thanks, the Diplomat, many thanks, Colin, for the nice words. Many thanks to the participants, and it's an honor for Siemens Energy to receive this prize. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both of you gentlemen. That was very eloquently put and very sincere, and we really appreciate it. Congratulations for the great work that's been done. Okay, we have 4 more awards to go this evening. The next award is for Fintech of the Year. This company is constantly ranked among the most important fintech players of CE level, and its technology accelerates innovation initiatives within banks and insurance companies and empowers them to extend their digital distribution channels. Mirella, please reveal who this is.
The winner is Fintech OS, and I invite Mr. Sergiu Neguț, the company co-founder, to receive our awards. And congratulations, Sergiu.
Thank you, Mirella. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, the Diplomat. I have this nice thing here with me, and I'm really proud of it, and I thank you so much. I'm even more proud of my, I don't know, more than 200 colleagues, almost 50 clients on 4 continents, and more than half of the top 10 banks in Romania who are our clients, and are continuously supporting us to get better in our work, to get better technology out there, and to get, at the end of the day, better digital experiences to the final customers, because isn't it that we all deserve better financial services, easier to use financial services, because we do indeed have problem with our lack of money, but sometimes we have problems with our money as well. So thank you, everybody, and okay, let's hope for a better 2021 for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And I was just thinking, when the last time I saw you, and this 2020 is like a void that's been taken out of our lives. So I know it's not 3 months since I've seen you; it's 1 year and 3
Yes.
months.
Last time we were able to, have a glass of wine with this.
Exactly. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Thank you, Sergio. Very much. I think for you and your team's continuous perseverance and consistency, I think, in what you've done. So it's well done. Okay, now this is an award which I can guarantee has never appeared on any award show that I've hosted, and it's wonderfly entitled "The Contribution onto the Planetary Defense Mission." You see what I mean? Okay, this award, with this very interesting name, reflects one of the most significant breakthrough tech and IT projects run by a company. Last year, it's been announced that a Romanian team of digital transformation experts are taking part in HERA, the first planetary defense mission of the European Space Agency and NASA. The goal is to determine how very important this, they're determining how asteroids can be deflected so they do not hit our dear planet Earth. Mirela, please tell us who these very important people are.
We are proud that Romanian specialists take part in such high-level projects, and we offer this award to Atos Romania. So congratulations, and I invite Mr. Valentin Molevin, Head of Space and Avionics, Atos Romania, to address us several words and receiving our congratulations again.
Yes, Mirela, thank you very much for this introduction. And Colin, this is really an honor for us. We started actually these activities some 8 years ago when Romania was promoted to the status of a full European Space Agency member state. But emotionally, it was actually the passion and the domain enthusiasm which was driving us. And this was, of course, based on dreams and vision for science and for space. So we found out that space is about collaboration beyond the geographical boundaries. And we met and got acquainted with an enthusiastic community of scientists, of engineers, of experts, and all of dealing with various aspects like Earth observation, like studying the soil moisture and ocean salinity and global vegetation health, and mapping the Earth's gravity and magnetic field, measuring forest, biomass, meteorological data, satellites. All of these kind of topics which you usually see on science programs like Discovery Channel, like National Geographic, and dealing also with deep space missions like space debris, like infrared and gamma ray astronomy, mapping the positions of stars and charting dark matter and dark energies effects on the universe. All in these missions, not in all of them, we were involved doing parts of the checkout equipment for the respective satellites or spacecrafts. So we are in a diverse ecosystem comprising of public authorities, satellite integrators, as we call them, primes, relevant industry representatives. And we are also proud to be part of this category, but also visionary startup companies. And this is important, that is a high emphasis on startup companies and also academic entities like universities and research institutes. We are really honored to get this prize from the Diplomat. Thank you very much for inviting us. We have more than these kind of activities. I just want to point out maybe one or two of them, like expertise in the domain of mission planning and mission control, where we have been part of the development of unreliable communications protocols, protocols of communications for deep space communications, which are also part of our activity and development. And indeed, because this is related to the most recent acquisition that we have done, is we are now also part of the Hera mission. As Colin mentioned, we are also now active in this one. Thank you very much again for the prize, and thank you for this very, very nice organization of the event. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Valentin. Thank you for joining us live from the Star Trek Enterprise, because it felt like that. And Valentin, before you go, we're trying to deal with COVID. Can you give us any assurances that an asteroid is not going to hit planet Earth over the next few months?
No, it's no issue at that point in time.
That's all we need to know. Don't say any more. Don't say any more. And congratulations to you and the team. And,
thanks a lot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our penultimate award is for supporting game changers. This award goes to a real game changer. When the coronavirus outbreak bursted upon us, this company decided to act instead of just waiting around. It came up with the idea of creating Confidex, a complex and unique survey aimed to X-ray the effects of the crisis on the Romanian economy. What they have done through this project is analyze the feedback of 900 managers, organized 5 online debates with entrepreneurs and CEOs with over 200,000 views, and reach to 2.5 million people. I hope you can still see me, ladies and gentlemen, because the office I'm using, they just turned out all of the lights, so I may have a romantic glow. But please rescue me here.
It's okay, Colin. So the awards goes to Impetum Group. Congratulations. And I invite Mr. Andrei Cionca, CEO of the company, to receive the awards and address several words.
Thank you very much. Like Sergio, also I have here my prize, and I thank you very much for it. Yeah, indeed, as I told you also before, I think that the economy will change dramatically, and that we as managers in distress of companies in distress, we need to understand exactly the way that the economy is changing, and that's why we thought that this study, made over 900 Romanian managers, will show us exactly how is their perception about this moment and about the future. And now we are in the third. We analyzed the third quarter. We will have the results in 2 weeks, and after that, I think that we will have a clear image over the 2020, and also our thoughts, their thoughts, the managers' thoughts about 2020-21. And I think that it will be much easier for the managers to take the right decisions in their companies to surpass very, very fast the crisis. Thank you for the award, and we will be here anytime you need us.
Thanks, Andrei, and yeah, very important. I think through the ambiguity and the uncertainty that COVID has brought to us, I think the more data and information we have, as you already mentioned, gives all the business leaders a more positive way of making decisions for the future. So great work, you guys, and well deserved. Okay, we've come as the lights are out. I've just looked, and yes, you can just about see me. So it's like a candlelit dinner. But the final award is for Strategic Company for the Romanian Economy. The winner of this category has been included in indexes of the FTSE Russell global provider in the context of Romania's capital market transition from frontier market status to secondary emerging market status starting in September 21st, as we mentioned earlier on. As a result of this, the company's shares will also be included in several global indexes. Mirela, please reveal the winner.
The awards goes to Nuclear Electrica, and we congratulate them for this performance. The representative of Nuclear Electrica is not present at the gala. And this was our last category and the winner announcement, which concludes this year edition of the Diplomat Bucharest Awards Gala. We congratulate all the winners, and thank you very much, Colin. And I invite you now to have a few words and to conclude the event. And on behalf of the Diplomat Bucharest team, I wish you a pleasant evening. Thank you, Colin, and thank you, everyone. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mirela. I didn't prepare for this bit. I missed this off the script. I do apologise, but I am going to respond because, you know, through the debate we had earlier on and listening, you know, as an honorary Romanian, I've been here 12 years now, and you know, Romania is close to my heart, as everybody knows. And it's really the words that really spring to mind, and I've been writing them down. You know, creativity, trust, empowerment, empathy, adaptability. And pioneering courage. I think there's been some great examples of that. But I think the most important message that I think we're hearing is we can all say these things. We can all say, yeah, we're a company who cares. We're a company that does this. We're a company that contributes to the community, whatever it is. But I think what's happened through COVID-19, this period, is the authenticity of organizations. The authenticity of the authentic organizations, I should say, has really floated to the top. And I think we've seen some great examples of that. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to everybody within the industries who was nominated, as well as the winners this evening. I think Romania is in good shape. I think the Romanian sense of humour has helped through this, the optimism, and as well as the detail, the task orientation, and getting things done. But having that courage, I keep mentioning that word, to really remove barriers. And I think Romania over the last few years has been been in the spotlight throughout the world for its entrepreneurship, its spirit, and its courage, and that continues. And it's all because of everybody on this call today, and everybody within the different industries we've recognized. So congratulations, everybody, stay safe. My best wishes to you and your families, and we do hope sincerely that we see you in real life, and as somebody mentioned there, maybe with a couple of glasses of wine sometime in the not distant future. Thank you, Mirella. Thank you, Magda. Thank you to the Diplomat team.
Thank you very much
for your perseverance. And I'm going to try and find the light switch and see if I can get out of here. And take care, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you very
much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well done. Well done. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.